All right, today we're going to dive deep into the sales philosophy of a guy who really gets it, Alex Hormozi. And look, this isn't about high-pressure tricks. It's about high-conviction logic. It's a method designed to help you close deals by, get this, actually helping people.
Okay, let's kick things off with a massive mindset shift. You are not just an order taker. As Hormozi says right here, if someone was going to say yes anyway, they don't really need you. Your real job, where you actually earn your money, starts the moment you hear no, or I'm not sure. That moment of hesitation, that's where you prove your value.
So, picture this. All your potential customers are on a big spectrum. On one end, you've got about 10% who are going to buy no matter what. You just have to show up. On the other end, another 10%. They are never, ever going to buy from you. So the real game, where all the action is for this huge group in the middle, the 80% who are on the fence. They're the ones we're learning how to guide today.
So here's our game plan. We'll start with the whole philosophy behind closing, then we'll get into the core beliefs you absolutely have to have. After that, we're decoding excuses, walking through the playbook to handle them, and finally, we'll talk about the end goal, becoming more than a salesperson, becoming a truly powerful coach.
All right, first up, the art of closing. See, Hormozi's big idea here is that, yeah, emotion gets someone's attention. It gets them excited, but a decision only sticks. Really sticks, when it's built on a solid foundation of logic. Your job is to be the architect of that foundation. Now, what's really fascinating here is the dance between these two buyers living inside one person. The emotional side wants to believe. It's ready to jump. But the logical side is the brake pedal, saying, whoa, hold on, I need to justify this. A great salesperson doesn't ignore one for the other. You speak to the emotional side, but you give the logical side all the ammo it needs to feel good about the decision. That's how you avoid buyer's remorse and get a fantastic customer for life.
Okay, before we even touch a single tactic or script, we have to talk about your mindset. And Hormozi is super clear about this. What you believe internally will determine your success way more than what you say out loud. It's about a whole new way of thinking about what it means to persuade someone.
And this right here, this is that shift. Just look at these. This changes the entire dynamic, doesn't it? You're not fighting an opponent, you're dancing with a partner. You're not there to argue, you're there to get curious, to truly understand them. It's all about transferring your genuine belief to them, and that can only happen if you really truly care more about their success than your commission. Okay, now we're getting to the absolute core of Hormozi's method. Seriously, this is the psychological model that unlocks every single objection you will ever hear. Pay close attention here. So get this, Hormozi says an objection isn't a logical problem, it's a defense mechanism. It's a story, often an irrational one, that someone tells themselves so they can avoid making a big, powerful, and kind of scary decision. They are literally giving their power away. And your job is to help them take it back.
And he calls this brilliant idea the onion of blame. Think about it. First, people blame things they can't control. Their circumstances, right? I don't have the time. I don't have the money. When you solve for that, they move to the next layer. They blame other people. I have to ask my spouse. But if you keep peeling, you always get to the core. The real reason is almost always their own fear, their own self-doubt. And your job is to be the one who's willing to help them peel back those layers.
Okay, theory is great, but let's make this real. Let's take that onion of blame and put it to work on one of the most common excuses you hear every single day. We're going to dismantle it layer by layer.
Ah, yes, the old classic, I have to talk to my partner. We know exactly where this is on our onion, right? This is layer 2, others. The prospect is taking the power of this decision and handing it to someone who isn't even on the call.
And this question right here, it's the game changer. This is the pivot point you listen for when you review your call recordings. You just gently ask, hey, just so I understand, are you asking for your partner's permission to do this? Or are you looking for their support on a decision you want to make for yourself? Boom. It's a subtle but powerful reframe. And just like that, you put the ownership right back in their hands.
And this is where you coach them. You help them see the future. You explain, look, this is your life. If you let someone else make this decision for you and it's not the right one, you're not going to blame yourself. You're going to end up resenting them. You see what's happening? You're not just selling a product. You're actually helping them protect their most important relationships.
Now, to get amazing at this, Hormozi is huge on using video as a coaching tool. First, you have to record your calls. This is your game tape, people. Then, when you hit a hot streak, save those videos. When you're in a slump, you watch your greatest hits to get back in the right mindset. After you make a sale, send a quick, personal video. It reinforces their decision and builds massive trust. And most important, you gotta role-play these scenarios on camera until the responses are just automatic.
And all of this, it leads us to the final and maybe most important piece of the puzzle. The real goal here isn't just to close more deals. It's to completely elevate your role from someone who sells stuff to someone who actually facilitates life-changing transformations.
This slide just nails the identity shift. A salesperson tries to overcome objections. A coach is on a mission to uncover the truth hiding underneath them. A salesperson is focused on the close, the transaction. A coach, they're focused entirely on the prospect and what's best for them, even if that means they don't buy. It's a profound difference.
And really, it all just boils down to this single, powerful idea. If you can genuinely, authentically care more about your prospect's success in that moment than even they do because they're stuck in fear, you will win. You'll not only win the sale, you'll win their absolute trust. That is the ultimate unfair advantage.
So we'll leave you with this. We just spent all this time talking about a framework to help other people make powerful decisions. But here's the thing. What about you? What decision have you been avoiding? What's the irrational story you're telling yourself? How can you take this same logic, peel back your own onion of blame, and become your own powerful coach, starting right now?